Hey there guys, this is your host Richard with another marvelous video. The first look for the new Witcher with the new cast has been released, and we have many questions and reactions. Some significant changes will be coming to the series. We're not only talking about the actor playing Geralt, but the character of Geralt himself in the series will also see some changes. With some exciting names attached to the new season, we're left to wonder if Season 4 will bring the series back to an excellent critical response compared to the last time we saw these characters. Pack your swords and prepare yourselves as we dive into the new characters appearing in the series and the exciting character developments we might witness in the new season. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Cliffhanger of Witcher Season 3. Based on the ending of Season 3, the main characters, Yennefer, Geralt and Ciri, were exploring their arc and going through their separate journeys. Episode 7 of Season 3 was entirely around Ciri, and we saw her go through the journey across the Korat Desert. Here, she was haunted by visions narrated by Falka, and even realized that her actions were causing the suffering of those around her. By the end of the episode, she was captured by the Nilfgaard bounty hunters when she woke up in the desert, only to be later freed by the rats. The rats were impressed with her sword skill and accepted her into their group, but this only paves the way for a horrible fate for these characters in the upcoming season. The Thanid coup at the very beginning of Season 3 Part 2 marked a significant moment in the series, with Tissaia aligning herself with Vilgefortz, which will lead to massive deaths. Yennefer teamed up with the other sorcerers to protect magic, and she even reached out to Geralt so that he could find Ciri as they prepared things for her. Yennefer's arc has diverged quite a lot from the literature, and it only makes us wonder if some of these elements will be incorporated later in the arc. As for when we'll get to see her reunite with Geralt again, it'll probably be some time before we see the duo together. Even though the third season didn't live up to the mark, Geralt had some significant developments in his arc from when we first saw him in Season 1. Unlike the others in this world, Geralt had wholly taken up the role of a neutral person, and he didn't participate in fights unless they posed a threat. For example, in Season 1, Geralt doesn't fight those monsters until they pose a threat to the people. There have been a lot of situations where this aspect of the character got tested, and he proved that it's not easy to bend his will. But the letter from Yennefer changes all this when it mentions, "You and I, we now know what it means to need, to love, to lose it all. Neutrality be damned. We are no longer afraid." Right after this, we slowly see some change in his ways as he ends up helping a random family from the Nilfgaardian strangers. Not only that, but he gives away Renfri's brooch in the end, which plays a significant part in reminding Geralt of the time when he had to kill Renfri as the lives of innocents were at stake. This moment will play an essential role in how the character works in the future of the series. The Witcher. Will you accept it without Henry Cavill? Henry Cavill has had a crazy year, losing the chance to reprise the Man of Steel, even though for a moment it seemed like it was going to happen. The actor had just announced that he'd get back to the DC Extended Universe around the same time he announced that he'd be leaving The Witcher after the third season. Even though fans were disappointed with the news, considering the actor was a perfect choice for the role of the White Wolf, the producers announced that they'd be continuing with the series. In general, a significant change like this results in the ending of the series, but there's a lot of stories yet to be told in the world of The Witcher, and replacing him sounds like a better option. While fans worldwide look for a candidate to take on this role, Liam Hemsworth was picked. Producer Tomek Baginski mentioned that the change would be explained in the universe. Since it'll be a noticeable change, it was expected that we might get some indication regarding this change around the end of the third season, but nothing like that was ever indicated. No such change has been displayed in the Witcher lore either, and this makes us wonder if the change will go unmentioned, something that's happened before in numerous TV shows and movies. Meanwhile, the first look at Liam Hemsworth's take on the character was released, and the actor nails the look. Even though it's no Henry Cavill Witcher, it does seem like he might get a chance to prove himself in the role while fans take the time to accept him. Even though he might nail the look, we've yet to hear him in character, which plays a massive role for a role like Geralt's. The actor will have some significant legacy to keep in his hand and will start at a severe point, considering the last time we saw Geralt, and things would be an exciting considerable chance. We can only wait a while and see what happens to our favorite monster slayer. Plot details of Witcher Season 4. The ending of Season 3 was almost in line with the conclusion of Andrei Sapkowski's Time of Contempt, and now we'll probably see the series take on the events of Baptism of Fire, considering a few of the elements of that storyline have already been indicated in the last season's finale. So, for a while, we might witness the characters going on their solo journeys as they develop their arc. Yennefer would probably be busy creating the Lodge of the Sorceresses, which might be one of the significant moments of this season. Meanwhile, Ciri will go on her journey with the rats, who might have a fate that we'll discuss. As we mentioned mention adding a new cast member and a character who might pose a significant threat to her. But there is a chance that since the show doesn't strictly follow the books, Geralt might come to Ciri's rescue, and we might witness a face-off that's never been indicated in the lore. We're giving a massive opportunity for Liam Hemsworth to provide us with a side of his performance where he owns the character wholly. But there's one more moment that might give the actors this chance, considering the Yaruga River encounter might be shown this time around. This moment would probably make for a pivotal scene, as Geralt and his company are pulled right into a conflict between the Nilfgaardian army and the guerrilla forces of Lyrica and Rivia. Since Geralt might change his ways, this could be the perfect moment to witness this change as he loses the neutral role present in the series' earlier seasons. The confirmed cast of the show. Apart from Liam Hemsworth taking on the series helm, there are other updates. Some of the recurring characters will be returning as usual, but we're also aware of some other major characters that have been cast for the upcoming season. Even though it's not sure how Witcher will be, there can be some hype regarding the actors who will now join the world of Witcher through some of the significant fan-favorite characters from the lore joining around this time. Let's see who these people are. Sholto Copley as Leo Bonhart. Sholto Copley has created some of the most exciting characters through his career in movies like District 9 and Elysium. Recently, we saw him host the underground fights in Dev Patel's action entry, The Monkey Man. And again, he held his charm while being a villainous character. These skills might be helpful when we see him as the infamous yet skilled villain, Leo Bonhart. This bounty hunter goes on a journey to kill Ciri and, on the way, manages to kill many individuals involved in her life. Considering the level of brutality that he has, we might get a chance to see him cross swords with Geralt, something fans didn't get to witness in the books. After all, Bonhart has a history of killing 3 witches. Let's hope Liam Hemsworth Witcher can battle this bounty hunter. The fact that the last time we saw Ciri, she just joined the Witcher's rats indicates that we'll see the brutal fate of the rats when Bonhart shows up. Lawrence Fishburne as Regis. Geralt will get his own Morpheus, with Lawrence Fishburne being cast in the role of Regis, the barber surgeon of Dillingen. But this is a somewhat different choice, as both the game and books have given us a particular take on the character. Fishburne has taken on some exciting roles in the past, and it isn't surprising that the streamer made this mysterious choice for the vampire. Geralt and Regis have a strong bond, as both have come to help each other numerous times, which will surely be a great addition to the present state of things in the series. Daniel Woodburn as Zoltan Chevet. Daniel Woodburn is quite a veteran and has appeared in other mystical projects, like Conan the Adventurer, where he had a pivotal role, and even the fan-favorite Willow reboot from Disney. But adding him to the cast of Witcher means that the character's trajectory will see some exciting developments, as Zoltan Chevet is a friend of Geralt. Even though the two meet at desperate times each other, they end up bonding, and he's pretty good when it comes to fights. But the actual event that fans must be waiting for is when Zoltan hands Geralt a dwarven sahil, as this moment is quite an essential one from the books. Earlier, fans wondered if Yarpen Zigrin might be the one who hands him the finest blade in the continent. Still, his addition to the cast of characters confirmed that he'll probably be responsible for giving him the sword. James Purefoy as Stefan Skellen. James Purefoy is the perfect pick for this genre. Remember his character from Rome, or the less successful Ironclad, where he slayed like a badass using his sword. Skellen is a cunning villain who formed a gang of mercenaries to catch Ciri and Cahir and hired Leo Bonhart. He does manage to catch Ciri, but she escapes and they fail to fulfill their mission. We're left to wonder if he'll come across Geralt in this scenario. Fans had been wondering when he'd be put into the cast, and even the fantastic Aidan Gillen of Game of Thrones fame. But then the series makers thought about it a lot more and cast James Purefoy. Is this the end of the series? When it was confirmed that Henry Cavill would be leaving the series, the first question everyone had to ask was if the series would wrap up with the 3rd season. However, the producers are sticking to their words of many more stories yet to be told, as the series was renewed for season 5, apart from the upcoming season with Liam Hemsworth as the White Wolf. The critical consensus for the series has been relatively poor, and the 3rd season didn't get a good response either. However, the viewership hasn't changed much, and the show still has a fan following. With the animated spin-off Sirens of the Deep set to come out later this year, it's evident that the producers aren't done with the stories from this world of characters anytime soon. Marvelous verdicts. There's a lot at stake with Liam Hemsworth being given the titular role in the series, as fans had been very skeptical about the announcement at the very beginning. Some people have been won over by the first look release recently, and the rest of these fans will only judge based on the final performance that we'll witness sooner or later. A change like this isn't a big deal. It happens quite often, but switching from Henry Cavill to Thor's brother, Liam Hemsworth, might need some serious work to be accepted. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.